everybody, I'm back with some more League reactions. Now, I'm watching another Worlds opening, but today I'm watching 2021. We've seen 2017 to 2020, and as far as I'm aware, 2021 is a little bit different. They had to do it a different way because of some certain COVID restrictions, but I'm not really familiar on what. So this is my first time seeing it. I'm really excited, and so this is what I'm going to be checking out today, because I've got a feeling it's going to be arcane themed. So that's why I've gone with the blue for Jinx. I was going to go pink, but I went with blue because it's close to purple. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get straight on into it. Let's look at World's opening ceremony for 2021. Let's go. I can already tell by the thumbnail it's got Jinx in it. Oh, okay. Oh, this has got Imagine Dragons, Jid or JID, forgive me, still not quite sure, Denzel Curry, B. Miller, and Paris. Oh, okay. Not Sting, no? Okay, not Sting, never mind, that's fine. You know how much I like Sting. In the right side of the shot. Ah, I hit my knee on the desk. Ow. I'm going with blue today. Don't know why, but blue for Jinx, perhaps. Hey. Oh. Oh, the production's gone up a lot. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Is this what I'm gonna...
What are you calling this one? Whisker.
I love this bit so much.
You want to talk about today?
What's the point? I ruined everything. I'm not a fighter.
You don't have to be. Look, I've got these, and you've got those.
They never work.
Oh, they
They
will.
will.
Yeah.
Come with me.
What?
Come on.
Oh my god. I'm sorry to pause it. The way this is like hitting with nostalgia, and for me, I was first introduced to Arcane in November, and I'm already feeling nostalgia. What's wrong with me? Does anyone know? Do I need help? Oh my god, the little drawings. Oh.
Across the river.
Oh my god.
Our golden bed. Dear friend, across the river. I'll take what you can spare. I ask of you a penny.
Oh my god.
Tune will be.
With the hex gemstone. Okay, it goes into that. Okay, of course I would have seen bits of this from Bridging the Rift. Got you. So well done. This is... I literally mentioned this in Bridge in the Rift, and I went over this as well in the Arcane music videos when I was like looking through all the music and stuff. This is... the fact they built, like actually physically built most of this is ridiculous. Beautiful. And then Vi walks off, it's just so clever. The enforcers just showing up, it's so good. Yeah, this bit. My little boy. Then this leads into enemy. No, okay. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Oh, the way this mirrors the show. Oh, I haven't seen this. So I haven't seen, I've only seen the enemy music video, which is obviously on a similar theme, but is animated. I haven't seen this, I didn't know they did this. This is really, really cool. Oh wow, this is very different to what they've done before as well. Is this because lockdown and stuff was still ongoing and they had to do something different without having a live performance or something? Like, just wanted to also say, Enemy and a couple of these other songs do have copyright issues. I know people keep saying to me, no, they don't, they're fine. They do, because I go to upload them and then YouTube claims copyright issues. So some of this may be cut down. I'll leave it as much as I can, but just be warned, some of these will not be played in full, they will be cut down, just to let you know. This is
hoping that somebody pray for me. I'm praying that somebody hope for me.
I'm just going to pause it. The attention to detail, this is amazing. Not only have they managed to blend animation with the actual 3D human element, obviously with Imagine Dragons here, but like the little drawings, you see Milo show up, there was an enforcer that flickered in there as well. Just the attention to detail is brilliant for me. Like, this is very, very, very cool. This is already my favourite, like, show open that they've ever done. Okay.
Road is long, so put the pedal into the flow. The engine on my drill, my energy unavailable. I'ma tell him my silhouette go away when I fly on my drive to the top. I've been out of shape, taking out the box, I'm an astronaut. Talking second, pack it up on panic, better up. Who the baddest? It don't matter, cause we just...
Oh, wow. Oh my god. This is so interesting to me. Oh, she actually is there. I thought Vi was a figment of her imagination. No, she actually is there. Oh my god. Oh my god. So was this released before Arcane came out or after? Oh, this is stunning. Oh, it takes you to Piltover. And the ship. Oh my god.
This is where the legends come from. You know what a hero looks like. Pretty little flower, won't you
I've got to put, I'm really so, this is absolutely impeccable. Oh dear God. Oh my God. The work that's gone into this is insane. I had no idea this existed. It literally, so it literally cuts between all the songs, and then this is Paris, right? B. Miller was the one that did Welcome to the Playground, so this is Paris, okay. Oh, what I would give for an open world game. Oh, I would lose it.
see where the legends come from? You know what a hero looks like. Pretty little flower, won't you sit back down and go play nice? So keep talking, keep laughing. One day you wish you had it. Other people on fire.
Their outfit is awesome, by the way.
They meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me in.
It's the council room.
To your castle walls, none of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, burn it all down, I don't mind who ends up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Play with fire and we'll burn it all down. Play 'cause I'm so hungry. Keep talking, keep laughing. One day you'll see what happens. Other people on fire, fire. It's about time they meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta
Oh my God.
Fashion started a faction, started I only imagine it. Digital action, none of us lacking. Tuck it right under my fabric.
Lads, what was the budget for this? This is insane. This is absolutely ridiculous. How much did this cost to put together? Look at this. Jesus Christ. Okay, hang on a sec. So, okay. Okay, hang on a wee minute here. There is a behind the scenes here of how they made the 2021 world opening ceremony. I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to watch 2021 here and the behind the scenes of it and leave 2022 for another day because there's so much going on here I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. Let me just, okay. Firstly, how many views has this got? 6.1 million views, nowhere near enough. Okay, this is honestly the greatest thing I think I've seen them do outside of Arcane. Sorry, I said what I said. I love the cinematics and stuff, and I love all the other things going on. But this is something else. I'm so glad I saw this today. There is a behind the scenes I want to check out, and I think I'm going to look at 2022 another day because I want to focus on this. There are so many elements of this. I want to see how this all came together. So let's go and watch the making the world's 2021 show. Let's watch that, and then at the end I'll give my thoughts, which you know they're going to be good. But let me look at this first.
We go all in on the opening ceremony.
Yes, you do.
Because of the respect we have for the players who are about to play. They deserve the world's greatest opening act.
And we're always trying to exceed expectations with that.
This is the year that Arcane is revealed to players around the world, sharing a much deeper realization and expression of the world of Runeterra.
We had to find a way to draw inspiration from Arcane and tell the main heartbeat of the show without giving away anything that might be considered a spoiler.
From the
Okay, so it was before the show was released. Oh my god.
get-go, we had planned on a kind of half and half hybrid ceremony, creating these immersive, stunning music videos, but then also to have live show elements.
We wanted to create something that was less in a virtual space and more in like a physically based space.
We wanted to build Piltover and Zon on stage.
We were really excited by the idea of being able to bring magic elements into the real world.
This is going to be the biggest live event Riot's ever done.
That was the initial plan before everything changed.
Okay. I'm so happy they do this behind the scenes stuff. This is awesome.
It's no wonder that Forti spent the last 3 or 4 years working off Arcane. It's very well done. The art for it is beautiful. That's exciting for us. On the other hand, we have to make sure that what we do is able to live up to that as well.
Arcane is going to invite players around the world to better understand the characters of League of Legends. So we felt the creative opportunity was to bring the worlds of League of Legends to life in the context of the opening ceremony.
Oh my god.
For 2 or 3 months, we had been planning the opening ceremony as a stage show.
The show was completely planned around this massive set that's going to be built inside a stadium that's bigger than Bird's Nest. So scale was going to be a big component.
This was going to be the biggest venue that we've ever played in. And we were putting in a lot of detail and energy to making sure that we could do something very magical in front of this enormous crowd.
What?
We were to do 3 different music video segments that would then play a part in the live show, appearing on the monitors, interplaying with the live event.
And I remember looking over their decks and I was like, this is very scaled.
Yeah.
The challenging thing was working with the live show and what their needs were for their story beats. We have to get from A to B, but what's the coolest way to get there?
It was ambitious, it was enormous, it had automation, it had lots of things, all designed down to the nut and bolt.
We're
Sorry, just really quick, where was this? Because there's a lot of was it in London? Oh, the 2021 League of Legends World Championship was held in Reykjavik, Iceland. Was it? Oh, it was going to be in mainland China, but it would then move to Reykjavik, Iceland. Fair enough, okay.
We are thousands of people hours into creative. We've now been in technical and physical production for about 7 weeks.
This is mental, right?
We're putting gear on boats, we're putting gear on planes, we're signing contracts. We're in a place to really start to bring this show to life.
It's extremely difficult to get everything aligned while we're in a global pandemic.
Yeah.
About a month before Worlds started, we just started to realize we weren't able to pull off Worlds at the scale we knew we needed to pull it off.
Without certain resources and without certain individuals, it becomes impossible under those constraints to achieve what we set out to do.
Nick, I think, shielded us from everything until he was certain.
On August 16th, it became clear that the opening ceremony was not going to be possible to deliver in mainland China. On August 19th, I knew with certainty that Worlds was going to be leaving mainland China. The opening ceremony, as we understand it, doesn't make sense outside of one of the biggest stadiums in the world, which meant we now had 2 different emergency searches to launch.
It's super hard to make that decision, but the most important thing always has to be the competitive integrity of the competition, our ability to deliver a Worlds that is worthy of our pros and our fans around the world.
And so everything comes to a complete standstill.
A
Hitting
month
the brakes
before?
like that is jarring, to say the least.
It was an entire reframing of thinking, what could this even be anymore? So we all just like go cram into a room and say we're not coming out until we know what this is gonna be.
So just to be clear, this was all going to be like live, like a live performance, and because China was not an option, so they basically made this new approach, which was to like pre-record music videos, and instead of having the artist perform live, it was like a playthrough essentially of it. From what I understand. Okay.
We went through every version of this show that we.
Oh my god, that's the set. Look. The council chamber, towers, the Imagine Dragons set, the last drop. Oh wow. Piltoe, it's got a whole set. Oh my god.
Could. I think in the back of our minds, all of us knew, like, this just has to become a full cinematic, full VFX, full animation.
And I think we were on our first day of actually live shooting. They pulled me aside and they were like, look, we're no longer doing the live show. We want to go even crazier with it.
We made the choice to keep the music videos as a static element of the creative and then started writing a new narrative. And that's when concepting around what we've begun calling the show Open began. As we made this shift
This
to
is insane.
cinematic, we penciled Reykjavik, Iceland as where the World Championship was going to move to. In parallel, we'd identified the United Kingdom as the right place to move the opening ceremony to. While we were confident that we had great footage from the music videos we'd shot in Los Angeles, the show was still missing this massive sense of spectacle and splendor.
Yeah.
It became increasingly clear that this cinematic moment should be this massive marketplace in Zon, where everyone can feel the richness of the world.
This thing had so many moving parts, from the music video production teams here in LA, the performance stage in Iceland, a whole build that needed to go into that, the set build in Birmingham, which was where the Zon set was built. You know.
Oh, so it is England. Okay, so it was, yeah, it was UK. Jesus Christ, look at the scale of this. Look how big that is. That's got to be, what, 3 meters high? Probably 2.5? What?
The set build in Birmingham, which was where the Zon set was built. You know, these 30-foot high walls that we've built, you're wrapped 360 in Zon.
It is very rare to be able to.
If you ever come over to the UK and you like Harry Potter or anything like that, you've got to go to the Warner Brothers studio because it's like this. I went years ago, like when it first opened, and I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Like growing up, I loved it. I haven't seen the Harry Potter movies for a long, long time, if I'm honest. It's not like I grew out of them. I've kind of moved on to other things. But going there and seeing the sets that they built and the costumes, there's all the novelty gift shop stuff. But like if you actually go there, if you're someone who loves art and behind the scenes and the creative process, and you ever come over to the UK, definitely go to the Warner Brothers studio, the Harry Potter studios.
Play in a playground like the set they created in Birmingham.
Oh my god.
There's all the many animation VFX teams we had to bring on.
We needed to aggressively and massively scale our entire team. We started up an effects department, an environments department, lighting departments, character animation.
All told, over 1,300 people were required.
In a normal world, like you would have 7 or 8 months.
But they're doing this they said from the August, right? And Worlds 2021 was from October. Yeah, it was from October to November. So you're telling me in a month they gathered together 1,300 people? Are you shitting me?
In a normal world, like you would have 7 or 8 months to produce this thing, we had less than 2.
Okay, so I was right. Yeah, okay, so it was like 2 months. Okay.
A project of this scope in a timeline this short is to have highly functioning partners who can just do what they do so well. This entire 13.5-minute piece is a Jenga tower, you know? If one moment of it doesn't land, the rest of it's at risk.
It was so important to have people already looking to the post and VFX on set to make sure we were preparing ourselves and setting ourselves up for success.
Jesus Christ.
So wrapping up in Birmingham, what will happen across the next 2.5 weeks is an extraordinarily aggressive post-production schedule.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We have to move that process as fast as it can physically go. The greatest constraint on this entire project is the ability to do animation, set extension, and visual effects at effectively feature film levels of quality in 10% of the time.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
we need to bring all of the weird elements together, 3D, 2D, live action, set build, set extensions in 3D, but also we want it to look like the Arcane series. So like it's all these departments moving forward in parallel. We're trying to make them all feel cohesive and similar, which is very difficult when nobody has anything finished along the way.
We had to do a lot of things in tandem where usually we would wait for one step to resolve before we moved on to the next step.
By nature of the sort of production timeline that we had, we knew that we were not going to be uploading the show until probably a few hours before it went to air.
Everything is down to the wire, and we are going.
Sorry, let's just actually hear what he's just said there, by the way. We knew we wouldn't be uploading it until a couple of hours before it aired. Just hear that again.
We knew that we were not going to be uploading the show until probably a few hours before it went to air.
Let that really sink in. They wouldn't have it complete, ready for upload within like a couple of hours before everything went live. Can you imagine the stress? Like, we're not even talking they'd have a couple of days to be like, all right, good. A couple of hours, a few hours, they're saying, to get it prepped, uploaded, like ready to go, ready to launch before everything else. That's absolutely insane. Look at Jinx.
Everything is down to the wire, and we are going to be using every second until that final
I love
delivery
this show
to get
so
things
much.
as polished as they need to be.
A week out from the show, none of us
Can I
are
just say, Arcane's never going to leave my mind, by the way. Especially now watching all of this behind the scenes stuff. There is no part of Arcane that I'm ever going to get over, ever. Oh,
A week
Jesus.
out from the show, none of us are sleeping well.
No.
This is the 5-day period where everything has to converge.
We still didn't have much finalized because everything was still in flight. I think the first sequence that we had done was between Playground and Enemy when we see Jinx and Vi in the arcade. And that was the Wednesday before it aired on Saturday.
Okay, again, I know I'm like really fangirling out over this. The first bit they had completed was completed on the Wednesday, and the show came out on the Saturday. Sorry, say that again.
And that was the Wednesday before it aired on Saturday.
You're shitting me. That first piece we had completed was on the Wednesday. Oh my god.
For as
Possible.
much time and attention went into bringing Zod and Piltover to life, the thing that we can never lose sight of is how important the reveal of the Summoner's Cup and the players is to the overall moment.
So the way we revealed the trophy this year, we were excited by because this intricately designed hextech sphere served a narrative purpose in sort of the story we were telling, but also became the thing that unveiled the trophy.
It recenters us back in the purpose of the moment, which is the World Finals.
Yeah.
The night before the show is sort of this twilight of stress. You're close enough to delivery that you can't change the outcome, but because you haven't actually made it across the finish line yet, there's this incredible pressure that you might not.
At this point, we're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure this thing goes off without a hitch.
We knew we weren't going to have the show open completely delivered until about 2 hours before broadcast. Ultimately, we're going to come down to the mercy of how fast can a file be downloaded.
Friday evening.
Oh my my god. It's going to come down to how fast can a file be downloaded. Oh, again.
The show opened completely
What?
delivered until about 2 hours before broadcast. Ultimately, we're going to come down to the mercy of how fast can a file be downloaded.
Friday evening,
You lot are mental.
I was waiting for my last deliverable.
3 of the deliverables had come through via Dropbox, but the 2 largest ones hadn't yet. By this time, we absolutely have to be uploading the files, otherwise it's not going to make it.
What if the fiber goes down? What if the power goes out?
Someone was running over to the colorist in Burbank to get everything on a drive, place the final shot in,
Jesus.
upload it, press play.
I think 4 or 5 a.m. by the time we're like, okay, everything's like out of our hands at this point.
We took our hands off the wheel and popped open a bottle of champagne.
Can you imagine?
After that moment where we hit play, kind of a blur.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first time everyone can take a breath.
Dude,
I
this
just
is...
remember this great sense of accomplishment and joy being able to see it all together with the people that helped you build the thing.
After that, it was like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah. Can you imagine the lull after that level of stress? Like, just the feeling of, like, emptiness of, like, now what do I do? Oh my god.
The thing that I think will separate this year is the level of passion that everyone brought to the project. And I think that that shines through in the finished product.
Just being able to work and occupy in the same space
Oh, it's the
as
bunny.
so many creative people, a dedicated group of fans and players all together in this great community, it feels really like an honor to be part of something like this.
When we
Oh,
affect
wow.
people emotionally, or when we impact people with what we do, that's what I'm most proud of.
I think with every opening ceremony or show open, we push the boundaries a little bit more in different directions. So who knows what we'll do next?
Jesus. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my god. Right. Let me just give you what I think of this. Okay, so this is my favourite Worlds opening at this point, just because it's so different to the other ones, and you can see the timescale they were working on and how they still managed to complete it is beautiful. Absolutely insane. I don't even know what to say. Just knowing it came down to the wire and they still made something. Just the fact they was able to bring it to that level of story, like how it circles back to the Hex gemstones and the Hex core, and then that reveals the trophy to bring it back to what we're all there for. So they gave the influence of Arcane, but always bringing it back to the esports competition that people are actually there for. To cross-mingle and cross-pollinate that well, and it not seem forced, is just brilliant. I can't get enough of this. I'm so happy as well. I've just watched the 2021 today, and then eventually I'll go through with 2022, 2023 and 2024. As far as I'm aware, 2025 hasn't happened yet. This is amazing. I love, just shout out to Riot and League of Legends, of course. The fact that you do these behind the scenes where creative people like me and others, especially you guys as well, I know so many of you yourselves make music or artwork, whatever it may be. I've had a few discussions in the comments with you guys. Just knowing there is resources like this where we can sit and watch this being made. It's not for everybody, sure. Most people just want to see the finished result, but for me as a creative person to be able to see the layers of production in something like this is just so cool. So cool. Listen, I'm going to go, my throat's going dry, I'm going to go. If you love this, do give it a thumbs up, do give it a like, and stick around. There's plenty more. If you like this kind of behind the scenes stuff, I'll leave a link in the description to my Bridging the Rift reactions. There's a 5-part series that Riot made for how they made season 1 of Arcane. It goes through the music, the animations, the character design, how they changed it from the game. Amazing, amazing stuff. There's also some Alex Seaver, or he's part of a band called Mako. You may have seen him before in some of the reactions, and how he made certain songs for Arcane. I'll leave those linked there as well. They're really, really fascinating. So if you do love behind the scenes stuff, do go check it out. Subscribe, put notifications on, stick around. There's plenty more fun stuff on the way, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take very good care of yourself, as always, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.